Hi, it's KJM and it's No Makeup Sunday. It is the second Sunday in Black History Month. It is February 9th, and as always, I have no makeup on. I'm in my natural state and we have a lot we need to cover today. Before we get into the serious stuff that I want to talk about today, I want to let you guys know I don't think I'll be doing IGTV as much. It's taking me like 2.5 hours to cut up my No Makeup Sunday videos into 10-minute segments because I'm not a celebrity and I'm not like an influencer or anything. So they only give me 10 minutes per segment. When I first started, it was 15 minutes and that was more doable. But I can't be spending all of my Sunday chopping it up. So definitely check out my Facebook pages and my YouTube, and I will try to post like little links to my YouTube if you are following my egg channel or you're on my egg public page. Really sorry about that, but I think unless it's something I really feel like sharing, it's just not gonna be a thing. So today's title for No Makeup Sunday is gonna be called The State of the Union. And today's State of the Union address is about Black women. Okay, so it's no secret that I'm part of this club. I'm a member of this club. I rock for this club. I ride for this club. I am a Black woman in America. Okay, so let's get that straight. First thing I want to address is we're going to talk about Unc Snoop versus Auntie Gayle King. All right, Unc Snoop, let me tell you something. You can disagree with a decision that a person has made and tactfully critique them on that decision. The way you came for Auntie Gayle was disrespectful. Matter of fact, the way some of y'all all came for Auntie Gayle was disrespectful. Weren't some of y'all girl dads just last week? Let me tell you what being a girl dad is. It is respecting women above all and everything. It's not coming out your mouth and calling a woman out her name. If you have a mother, sister, aunt, daughter, every time you call a woman out her name, you are now calling them out of their names. And I know some of you don't mind it. I know some of you talk to your mamas with the same dirty mouth that you address your women with, or the same dirty mouth that you talk to other women with. But Unc Snoop, I expected a little bit more from you. I did not agree with Gayle's decision to bring up Kobe Bryant's rape allegations. I've always said I was not a fan of Kobe Bryant for a million reasons when he was alive, but I definitely feel for his family. And I've definitely made it clear that I don't think it's right to bring up his rape allegations at this point because, number one, he had his day. When it all came up or whatever, and however that case was resolved, Kobe was alive to answer to those allegations, okay? And his family took a hit then. Now that he has passed on, who do you think is taking the hit now? It's his family. But on the flip side, I think some of y'all need to give Vanessa Bryant some credit. As much as I'm grieving with her and I'm feeling for her and her family, that woman is still putting together a memorial. That woman is still getting out of that bed. That woman is still publicly posting to us. She's a lot stronger than anything Gayle King is going to say about her, okay? So woman to woman, it's all going to be okay. I think Vanessa Bryant has bigger issues and bigger fish to fry, that she's lost a huge chunk of her family, like her husband and her daughter. She's got bigger things to do, but we've got to give her credit. That woman is still standing at this moment. And I said it the night that I found out both Kobe and Gigi died. I said somebody would have had to medicate me if I'd lost the love of my life and a child. I have always heard from family members and family friends that losing a child is the worst type of pain someone will ever go through in their lifetime, and that no one should ever have to experience that. Vanessa's going through two tragedies at once, but I still believe that her spirit is strong enough that she is making moves for her family. She's trying to protect her girls the best we can. And yes, we shouldn't add to her plate, but that's for Auntie Gayle and her maker to deal with, okay? That's for Auntie Gayle and her maker to really rethink how the interview went. I don't agree with it. I've said it hands down. I think that his family's been through enough. They should not be brought through the ringer for his allegations. It's just not right. I also think you deal with a man when you know his deeds when he's alive. Let that man respond to it. Kobe Bryant did respond to it. And we all moved on from that point. It's one thing if you were finding out things about someone after they've passed or whatever. And even then, a week after the body is cold is not a great time to attack those issues. So for all of you people out there, I'm a champion of women's issues, okay? And I'm a Black woman in America. So I take rape very, very, very seriously. And I understand that there's a lot of moving parts, but I'm a human being. Somebody has lost huge chunks of their family. So I think Auntie Gail made a misstep. And I do know that new journalists and reporters don't have as much say when they're doing big interviews, because that's their chance to make a breakthrough. I do think Auntie Gail probably could have, pulled the brakes, stopped everything at that moment, or told her producers this is not someplace she's gonna go. We don't know what happened behind the scenes. It was definitely a misstep from the snips that we're, the little pieces that we're seeing. But does Auntie Gail deserve to have death threats? Does she deserve to be called out her name? Does she deserve to be enemy number one? Some of y'all same folks was probably sending Kobe Bryant death threats when those rape allegations came out. You are not woke. What you are is you are misguided. We can agree to disagree on things without taking it to a place of hate. For God's sakes, it's Black History Month, Uncle. Okay? So Snoop, check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's what I have to say about it. You understand what I'm saying? It's Black History Month, and 2 weeks ago, everybody was like, we need to do better. We need to spread love. And then all of a sudden, it's all this hate. It's okay, Unc Snoop, for you to have picked up the phone and said to Auntie Gail, this was a misstep. You understand? Well, let's talk about this. Let's have a dialogue about this so that we can get our community, to fully understand where you were coming from. And let's see how we could support Vanessa even more. Okay, that would have been better than you getting yourself up there and acting a fool. I was going to do a trade for you with Joaquin Phoenix. Shout out to him. Thank you for recognizing that Black folks do big things, and thank you for standing up for us. But you know what? I'm about to just resurrect old, Tupac, and switch you out for Tupac, since you want to play with life and death. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. You owe Auntie Gail an apology, and Auntie Gail definitely owes the Bryant family an apology, that's for sure. She's a seasoned journalist. I feel like she has more say in what she covers. That's my belief. I'm not a journalist. I don't know. That's my belief. But the way we came after her, and when I say we, I mean some of y'all girl dads, was just crazy. And some women too. It was just absolutely crazy. So it brings up the whole thing that how Black women are always one step from being enemy number one. We're not exotic enough. We're not pretty enough. We're always bragging about our smarts. Let me tell you something. This is a club that I have belonged to my entire life, right? And I take this club very seriously because as history says it, no matter where we were, many of us come from a generation of slavery or apartheid, or there's some history in our families of us being oppressed. Many of us have lived oppression in real modern day times. The thing about the Black woman is, I understand that the Black man doesn't always have a say in how he disappears from the family picture. I understand that slavery, Jim Crow, the new Jim Crow, the high school to prison, the school to prison, pipeline, all these things separate us. Poverty separates us. But let me tell you something, the Black woman continues to stand. And I'm in her club and I'm her champion. And it's not easy being her. I've always heard that the number one enemy is a Black man. And there's some truth to that in America. But let me tell you something. I always feel like the Black woman, she's got it twofold. She doesn't have to just deal with racism, but she also has to deal with being put down in her own community for making decisions she thought at that time was best for her. So I'm not going to judge Auntie Gail. I'm just not going to go there with it. And that's what I have to say about that. And as far as Auntie Gail, and I know that, I saw a clip where Oprah said that Gail's not doing well. I'm with you, just like I'm with Vanessa Bryant. Like, I don't have to be human to just one person. I can be human to both. We're all women. You understand what I'm saying? And maybe there's a conversation that needs to be had there. Maybe there's some way for you to kind of make that right. Or even if you don't want to make that right, maybe there's somewhere down the line for you guys to have a private conversation and for you to kind of understand or try to figure out if what you did was really best at that time. I told you, Auntie Gail, I disagree with it. But I respect your right as a journalist to do what you want to do. And I can sit here and say, well, I didn't agree with my Auntie Gail on this. I certainly did not. But I'm not going to sit out here and call you out your name. I'm not going to treat you like you're trash. If anyone believes in a higher power, it's always the greatest rule amongst all religions is treat others how you want to be treated. So Unc Snoop, tomorrow could be your day. And guess what? Black women are probably going to be the first people to stand up and support you in your ratchetness right now. So you need to have several seats. Moving on from that. So now I've seen several tweets now from Monique about Oprah, from the comedian Monique about Oprah, and people are like, Oprah going down, and Oprah, we need to come for her, Oprah, and Monique is judging Oprah. Look, I don't have a bone in their fight, okay? Everybody got money and Auntie Kingston doesn't, right? I don't have a bone in that fight, but the one thing I could tell you is when you are in a place of being seen, whether you're famous or you have a lot of money, there's not a single person that is going to agree with every single decision that you make. That's just not it. I don't know why Oprah is not executive producer of some of those Harvey Weinstein documentaries, which, by the way, do exist and have continued to exist. If you're following the trial, he's in the papers almost every day for Black folks that are like, what about Harvey? Get yourself together, okay? We covering Harvey. Are y'all keeping up? Are you choosing not to pay attention? Because we covering it. Perhaps the people that are in charge of it have already told Oprah maybe they're also victims or they have gone through it also, and they're very passionate about wanting to follow it. Perhaps that is the situation. I don't know what it is, but I'm not going to say it's because Harvey's white. Let's be real. I'm not going to say that that's the reason, okay? So now to the state of Black women and this whole Monique versus Oprah thing. Let me tell you something. I'm not in Monique's camp. Just not. But I am proud of my sister that she's getting herself together. I'm proud. She looks great. But the thing about her is Monique would probably eat her arm if she could be an Oprah. So some of y'all are watching the tweets and you're like, Monique is so woke and whatever. Let me tell you something. Even when it comes to being woke, we all have our moments. Sometimes we're woke, sometimes we're unwoke, and we're trying to pretend like we are woke. Okay? So I think the two of them can have their private conversation. I don't need to see it on Twitter. Monique, what are you looking for? Cheerleaders? Is that what you're looking for? Okay. Auntie Kingston, not on board. But if you want to have a conversation with Oprah privately and Tyler Perry and get all these situations, but a lot of the stuff that you're pissed off is how your money is being affected. But it is so nice. So it's nice that you picked up the Russell Simmons argument. There's always Black women in the community that, and I think a lot of women in all communities do it, but since the State of the Union today is about my sisters and myself, I'm just going to keep it here. I think there are a lot of Black women that have been trained over time to do whatever it takes to protect the Black man, even if he throws us under the bus. I don't know if Uncle Russell did any of those things. I don't know, but he has enough money to defend himself and he will figure that on out. Okay? And I'll give you a prime example. When Terry Crews came forward with his sexual assault story, Gabrielle Union championed him. When she came out saying what was happening to her, at NBC, and she was saying, she experienced sexism, racism, or whatever. First thing Terry Crews did was throw her under the bus, honey. So some of y'all Black women jumping out there, and yes, the Black man, champion the Black men that are worth championing, okay? When I meet another Martin, okay? Even another Malcolm, okay? Another Nelson, another Marcus Garvey. You understand what I'm saying? People doing something for the people. When it comes to stuff like rape and sexual violence, you have to be very careful because it is happening in our community at rampant numbers. It is happening to our children. It is happening to our women, and everybody can't possibly be innocent. And I will tell you this, for every person that makes up a rape allegation, there are millions more that have been silent and carried it. Why do you think sexual assault is able to be continuous and it's able to be a story that has haunted us for many generations as far as slavery and apartheid? Okay? Both outside the community and inside the community. So outside the community with master raping the female slaves, and then inside the community where we're also going through certain atrocities with our men. You understand what I'm saying? This is a lot. So Auntie Monique, I'm gonna would just need you to sit down. If you're so serious about the things that you say, these are some private conversations that you need to have. You don't need cheerleaders. You don't need me. Because frankly, you and I, we're not in the same pay grade. So me sitting there and tweeting and saying Oprah's going down where? You know how many billionaires there are in the world? It's a small amount. Aunt Mo wishes she was one. You know, some of y'all would sell your own grandmamas and mamas to be one. Let's be real. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know what the deal is with Uncle Russell. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know how many allegations. I just know that Uncle Russell has disappeared, but some of y'all are still tweeting, okay? Uncle Russell's not like a regular Joe Smo on the street. He can defend himself. And even though the justice system really doesn't really serve up justice, Uncle Russ, he can get like a Johnny Cochran team if he needed to. He still has money. It's not like R. Kelly where his money has dwindled and we know that he's guilty of sin and his time is just finally caught up with him. It's not like that, okay? So Monique, I thank you for your wokeness, but as being part of this club and because you're my sister, I say this out of love, just sit down and have several seats. I mean, 1 minute you're woke, another minute we're in your bedroom with your husband and whoever else is in the bedroom. It's just, you're giving us too much. But I smell your bottom line. Your bottom line really has to do with your checks. And even though you're talking about you don't want any other sisters locked out of it, I've heard people like Taraji say that she first got paid what she was due by working for Tyler Perry. Y'all are both two Black women, two different experiences. Now, I'm not trying to shut down your experience. I'm just simply trying to make a point here that maybe your bottom line is the dollar bill. And maybe I'm wrong about you, sis, and I'm still rooting for you. But I need you to have several seats. So I say this again. No one in this world who is seen in the public eye are people going to agree with every single thing that they do. So when we're coming for these Black women in public spaces and they're getting death threats and we're saying that they're going down, well, I'm Black too. So if they go down, what does that say for me? What does that say for my nieces? What does that say for generations to come of girls that deserve to have certain opportunities? You know what I'm saying? That these nasty tweets, this is the thing about social media that I hate. These nasty tweets and everybody is a thug when they sending out the tweets. You know what I mean? Everybody's a thug. But if you saw me up in the street, you wouldn't have much to say. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to see Auntie Mo roll, right into Oprah and have a professional dialogue that's not about taking someone down and something that's not about the checks that she didn't receive. But good luck with that Netflix lawsuit and all that good stuff. That's how I'm feeling about it. So being a Black woman in America, it's tough work. And even addressing this, I'm like, it's damn Black History Month and everybody's coming for everybody. Then you got Meek and Nicki and they on Twitter and everybody telling everybody business and whatnot. I mean, do y'all know what month this is? Black history is celebrated every day of the year. Black history is American history. Black history is world history. I just went over this stuff with my niece in the week. My 5-year-old niece had questions about Black history, okay? And then some of y'all in one tweet trying to erase everything. Some of y'all just need to be texting each other on phone and get the hell off a social network and don't involve me and mine in your shenanigans, okay? Check yourselves before you wreck yourselves. And that's how I'm feeling about it. So those are my spiels of what's happening this week. Being a Black woman, it's hard work, but somebody's got to do it. I'm part of this club. I'm proud of this club. I can pull one of my sisters over if I feel like something she did rubbed me wrong and I don't need to tweet it. You understand what I'm saying? Or I don't need to get on social network and do it unless there's some greater good that can come out of it. And remember, when you are ripping somebody apart on social media and calling them out by name and all that other stuff, remember that every dog has their day and next week could be your week. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm still gonna stand up for you and say that even if I don't agree with how you move, you are still my sister and I'm going to try to show you love and try to understand where you were coming from. You feel me? So that's celebrity stuff. Okay, so now just gonna talk about regular human stuff before I wrap this up because I'm trying to keep this video around 30 minutes. Like I said, I've been posting some of my yoga snippets of me working out, and I posted one yesterday with my sunglasses on and I'm doing some yoga poses and all this other stuff. I have said it time and time again, I am cheering on anyone that is taking that first step in your fitness journey. And even if you're thinking about being fit or thinking about doing something that's going to make push your life in a positive direction, Auntie Kingston is cheering you on. I post those videos because, once again, one of my hiccups with falling in love with yoga and practicing it, and I've been trying for over a decade, was one of my hookups was like, I don't have a yoga body. I don't have an atypical yoga body. And I may see like one, chubby Black person, like, doing it or whatever, but I'm posting those videos to let y'all know, like, not be like Mike, but let y'all know that it is possible to achieve some goal that you just didn't think you could achieve for like the last 10 years. It is very possible. My goal is very small. I never thought that I would be, tomorrow makes it 11 months that I've been on my yoga journey, and I'm super, super excited about it. I am starting to love meditation and getting deeper into that. And I do listen to a lot of Oprah Super Soul Sundays to get my soul right. I surely do. And like I said, I may not agree with everything that she does, but the greater good in what she stands for, I like that. People make missteps and we must move on, forgive, and we must learn. But we don't go on social media and rip them apart. I had to say that again. So when I post these videos, it's not me like trying to show off. I'm not a like Instagram person where I'm like turning myself into a pretzel and putting my leg over my head. And trust me, the day I can do that, I won't even be on this video. I'll be busy. Okay? Leg over the head, busy. And probably busy as a married woman at that. So I post those videos to simply inspire. So definitely let me know where you are in your fitness journey. I always say that yoga may not be the thing for everyone, but do not count it out, because there are some great everyday benefits from it. That it's just amazing. And the funny thing is, I take pictures still twice a month, though I've been kind of lax in 2020, but usually the first of the month and I think the 18th of the month. And I've been a little lax on taking, my fitness photos, but I still do. And the reason being is because when I look at myself in the mirror, I can't really tell much of a difference. Inside, I feel absolutely great, the journey I'm on. Outside, I can tell that my clothes, they're fitting better. But I don't feel like, when people look at me and they're like, are you on a diet? Like, what are you doing? I don't really feel like it's been like this major change, except I have more energy and more will to do certain things. And I feel better when I finish, even if I'm hugging my mat and I was like shaking and being all weird, I feel better in my body. And that's what I feel. So if you're starting your fitness journey, definitely try to take at least a picture of yourself a month in your fitness clothes, because depending on what you're doing, you may not really see the changes. And like I said, I weigh myself once a week, but I don't take it too seriously. And I definitely use the MyFitnessPal app. But once again, I don't take those goals. If it says I can only have 18 calories for the day, I'm not really sticking to that. Some days I may have 2,200 calories or whatever. But what it does for me is it tracks my workouts. Well, so does Beachbody. Beachbody will tell me how many workouts I've done, but it's, I'm not always on the Beachbody app. A lot of times I'm logging on from my laptop. So with the MyFitnessPal, I can see that stuff like on the subway. Just look at my phone and open up the app and it'll say, I think last time I checked, it said, Kingston, you have been on here. You've logged in for 325 days. Yeah, me. Okay, let's keep this clean. So it's just those little small things. One last thing that I'm trying to do now, and I learned this from listening to Oprah's Super Soul conversations, is I'm trying to every morning tell myself 3 things that I am, that I have gratitude for, that I feel very grateful for. And you can do this like at the end of the day, but sometimes I'll be midday and I'll try to think about it. Sometimes in the morning, as soon as I open up my eyes, I know what the 3 things are. Like for me today, I'm grateful that I ate some fried dumpling, plantain, and a beef patty from Golden Crust, honey, and that thing knocked me out. So I'm grateful for the food that Golden Crust is making, okay? I'm so grateful for my sister that brought that food to me because it was delicious, okay? Some of the best fried dumpling I've had in a while. Okay, and then I'm just grateful for the fact that I finished my laundry today, because there isn't a laundry day where I don't think about just setting my damn clothes on fire and buying all new stuff, right? So I'm grateful that I got through the laundry. And I'm grateful that I'm able to do this. And, so that's 4 things that I've come up with. Oh, and shout out to Bibi for doing my Valentine's nails. Look at this. Hold on. Look at this detail. This is like bomb.com, okay? This is where it's at. So I'm grateful for so much, and I'm grateful for sleep when I get it. I'm just, so those are some of the things I'm doing, trying to have a little, some people keep a gratitude journal. That's what Oprah does. For me, I've just been naming it out loud, you know what I mean, and saying what I'm grateful for and all that other stuff, and just trying to tell the universe that I'm grateful for this, even the small things that you're blessing me with. So that's where I am, the state of the union of Black women and this Black woman. Like, I'm still on this journey, and I'm still trying to be at peace with myself every day and not be at war with myself, because Black women, we always have to stay centered because the world is always coming for us. And that's why being a part of this sisterhood and supporting each other is such an important thing. So, you know, that's where I'm at right now. So you guys, if you're on some sort of fitness journey, or if you're on some sort of gratitude journey, please write in and let me know. I want to hear all about it. And let me know how you guys feel about today's No Makeup Sunday video, the State of the Union. Black women is the topic for the State of the Union. Understand that we are Mother Earth. You diss us and you diss everything, Black men. You diss everything. You understand what I'm saying? You diss everything. Okay? So if you don't like me, if you don't like what I stand for, you can disagree with me, but I would like you to politely disagree with me, and I will try to do the same for you. Feel me? All right, that's all I'm giving y'all today on today's No Makeup Sunday. Thank you so much for following Kingston Expressions, sticking with me, watching these videos. Let me know how you feel. I am still praying for Vanessa Bryant and the Bryant family. I saw that she posted that the public memorial is going to be on 2/24/20. Our thoughts, our prayers are so with you. I don't know how you're doing anything that you're doing, but we feel your pain. Not that, you know, we can all identify, but we feel your pain, and we just want you to take it one step at a time and do the best you can, and just hug your girls and just put one foot before the other. You know what I mean? And I really hope that you have a strong family and friend unit around you to give you that love that you need right now. Before I go, I definitely wanted to shout out Lauren London and say, I know it's almost been a year since we lost Nipsey. End of next month, we'll make it a year if I'm correct. And I want to say that we're still praying for you too, sis. I want to say big ups to Gabrielle Union. Thank you for standing up for Black women in spaces and places where people feel like we shouldn't even be. And thank you for gracing us with your beauty inside and out. And I think that's it for me. I think that's it for today's No Makeup Sunday. I think this is as real as we gonna get. I think the State of the Union for today has wrapped up. Happy Black History Month, guys. And remember, Black history is American history, and it is world history. We are here and we ain't going nowhere. And I'm out. KJM.